I need a quote. Don't let him kill me.
Welcome to Watch Mojo, and today we're looking at the most shocking, rousing, and impactful movie endings of 2024 so far. We're including 2023 films that didn't receive a general release until this year. Spoilers are a given here.
Why does he take such risks?
Muad'Dib leads the way.
Number 10. Owen looks inside. I saw the TV glow.
You need to help me!
Welcome to the Fauna Center.
I'm dying right now!
This surreal film leaves much to interpret, although most would agree that it's about identity. Owen's identity is largely defined by the supernatural teen drama The Pink Opaque. Upon realizing the show hasn't held up, Owen feels emptier than ever, seemingly destined to go through life feeling trapped. That is until the final scene, when a middle-aged Owen rips into his chest, seeing the TV glow. Director Jane Schonbrun described this as, quote, the moment when, as a queer or trans person, you understand that you aren't yourself and you need to become something else to conjure that magic that was maybe there in childhood. What remains unclear is whether Owen will finally embrace what's inside or if he'll continue to repress the magic.
I'm sorry.
Number 9. A crash course in tragic irony, kinds of kindness.
Nothing's spelled out for you and it makes you think, and the best art does that.
His role seems minor, but RMF provides a common link throughout this anthology. After dying in the first story, RMF is brought back to life in the third. Emma Stone's Emily pulls this off with the reluctant help of Margaret Qualley's Ruth, who possesses resurrection powers. Having been expelled from her cult, Emily believes Ruth is her ticket back in.
Listen, Emily, here's Ruth's card. On the back is my address and phone number. If you met her, you'd know exactly what I'm talking about.
Emily ecstatically drives off with an incapacitated Ruth in her car. As we've seen throughout this segment, though, Emily is a more reckless driver than Cruella de Vil. This pays off with a car crash that accidentally kills Ruth and shatters Emily's world to pieces. It's poetic whiplash, but at least RMF feels well enough to eat a sandwich.
I love you. This isn't love.
Number 8. A new legend is born. Monkey Man.
My chariot is young.
The final act of Dev Patel's directorial debut is pure adrenaline as our hero, known as Kid, storms through a horde of baddies to the final boss, Baba Shakti. Kid is so distracted by Baba's monologuing, he doesn't see a blade coming. Potentially fatal stab wounds aren't going to stop our hero. Just as Baba appears convinced he's won, Kid turns his weapons against him.
Please, I'll give you what you want. I'll do anything. Forgive me. Have mercy.
The spiritual guru's death will have ripple effects across politics and religion. For Kid, it's personal, with his mother finally avenged. As Kid remembers his mother, he also thinks about the Hindu deity Hanuman, who resembles the masked monkey he portrayed in The Ring. Whether or not Kid survives, he's created another legendary symbol in Monkey Man. Number 7. Evolution. Kingdom of the Planet of the Apes.
Can ape and human live together?
3 centuries after Caesar's death, apes have become the dominant species. With the arrival of Freya Allen's May, humans may be on the verge of a comeback. May is not only smarter than she appears, but more cunning and ruthless as well. As she parts with Noah, we aren't sure if May is a friend or foe. May's true nature becomes even blurrier as she returns home to a satellite base.
Hello? Is anyone there? Do you hear me?
Yes, hello? This is Fort Wayne, Indiana. We read you.
May is far from the only intelligent human, and they have more advanced technology than the apes. May has acquired a shiny new toy that'll give humans the edge if war comes. As Noah and Suna gaze through a telescope into the vast unknown, we're left to wonder what new conflicts will befall them. Number 6. Chani Stands Alone. Dune Part 2.
You fought well, I tried it.
When people first read Dune in the 60s, some saw Paul Atreides as a hero. Author Frank Herbert felt the character was more complex, making Paul's flaws a focal point of Dune Messiah. It would have been easy to end Dune Part 2 on a triumphant note as Paul defeats Feyd-Rautha. From Chani's perspective, though, the man she fell in love with is unrecognizable. Aside from proposing marriage to Princess Irulan, Paul commences a holy war, committing to his Messiah persona. While many have accepted Paul as their savior, Chani doesn't believe in the prophecy. She won't bow before the ascending Paul, striking out on her own. Although this ending slightly deviates from the source material, it understands what Herbert was always trying to say. Number 5. Making it epic. Furiosa, a Mad Max Saga.
You become me.
I am nothing like you.
You are me. Already dead. To feel alive, we seek sensation. Any sensation to wash away the cranky black sorrow.
Sometimes the less you know about a character, the better. We thought that might be the case with Furiosa, but George Miller pulls off an extraordinary feat in this prequel. Despite exploring virtually everything about Furiosa's past, the film still requires the audience to read much between the lines. Nowhere is this more apparent than in the ending as Furiosa faces off against Dementis. With her enemy finally defeated, Furiosa contemplates how she'll take revenge.
There are those who prefer that she did more than shoot him. They claim that she ended him in ways more fitting.
We're given multiple possible outcomes, but the narrator claims that Furiosa fertilized Dementis, finding a place for her mother's peach pit to grow. Even then, we're not sure how reliable the narrator is. Either way, the name Furiosa has become the stuff of legend, and her story isn't over yet.
This is our first fruit, but it's not for you and me. Each of us, in our own way, will vanish from this earth.
Number 4. Tying up loose ends. Love Lies Bleeding.
They're coming. Just finish it. Come on, baby.
Following a bonkers climax, complete with a giant bodybuilding woman, Lou and Jackie drive off into the sunset. As the sun rises, a little problem resurfaces. Earlier in the film, Jackie shot Daisy, a stalker blackmailing Lou. The audience forgets about Daisy until a noise is heard from the back of Lou's truck. Daisy isn't quite dead yet, but Lou doesn't hesitate to finish the job as Jackie slumbers and the credits roll. Although Lou and Jackie have found their way back to each other, they still have blood on their hands. If this humorously grim ending is any indication, their problems won't simply go away. Nevertheless, Lou is willing to fight for their relationship with the road ahead uncertain. Number 3. The Money Shot. Civil War.
I'm here to talk.
Flood it.
The finale of Alex Garland's film only seems to grow more relevant. Accompanied by soldiers, war photographers make their way through the White House, where the corrupt president has been backed into a corner. When rookie photojournalist Jessie prioritizes a shot over her safety, her mentor Lee intervenes and meets a sudden end. Immortalizing Lee's death on camera, Jessie appears almost nonchalant. She's even less empathetic toward the president, whose pleas for mercy go down as his dying quote. Jessie previously hesitated to take a photo of a man and his victims. As she photographs the soldiers with the president, we see how much Jessie has changed, reflecting America's desensitization to violence. She's fulfilled her dream of being like Lee, but at what cost?
Dream, baby, dream. Dream, baby, dream.
Number 2. A Doll's House. Longlegs. FBI agent Lee Harker suspected that serial killer Longlegs had an accomplice, but she never imagined it was her mother, Ruth. To spare Lee's life years earlier, Ruth vowed loyalty to Longlegs and Satan. Longlegs made satanic dolls that Ruth delivered to families, influencing them to commit deadly sins.
He'll kill and kill again.
I know you're not afraid of a little bit of dark. Because you are the dark.
Rushing to her boss's daughter's birthday party, Lee finds a doll already working its dark magic. Killing her boss and mother, Lee seemingly saves young Ruby. Yet, as Lee stares at the doll out of bullets, it appears she may become another puppet for Satan to work through. Director Osgood Perkins also suggested that at this moment, Lee confronts the reality that she shot her mother. Even if Lee isn't possessed, it feels like Satan won.
And all in the sign of one word. Longlegs.
Before we unveil our top pick, here are a few honorable mentions. Riley Smiles, Inside Out 2. An ambiguous yet joyful conclusion.
I got this. Joy, I'm just curious, maybe, I could
Thank you,
help.
not now.
Yeah. That's not gonna haunt us for the rest of our lives at all.
Death Returns, Tuesday. Zora's life is given new purpose.
There is no God. Not in any human way.
The Last Dance, Fancy Dance. Whatever happens next, Jax and Rocky will be there for each other. Feeling Good, A Quiet Place, Day 1. Sam can now die fulfilled. The Logan Who Came to Dinner, Deadpool and Wolverine. The end of an era and the beginning of a new one.
Back in civilian life, I wear a toupee. But nobody knows. Everybody knows.
Before we continue, be sure to subscribe to our channel and ring the bell to get notified about our latest videos. You have the option to be notified for occasional videos or all of them. If you're on your phone, make sure you go into your settings and switch on notifications.
Number 1. Good Game, Challengers. So far, the most intense climax of the year isn't a CGI battle or a fight to the death. It's a tennis match between two friends turned rivals. As Art and Patrick square off in a tiebreaker, the audience isn't sure who to root for. We find it doesn't matter who wins as the sweat-soaked match nears its conclusion. Lunging toward each other over the net, a heart-pumping showdown turns into a friendly embrace. The whole crowd goes wild, including Zendaya's Tashi, who's romantically entangled with both men. This unexpected turn does little to determine which man Tashi will go with. When all said and done though, Tashi's first love will always be tennis, and she just witnessed one of the best games ever. Which movie left you on the highest note this year so far? Let us know in the comments.
What can I say? It was love at first sight. She ended up making a new man out of me.
Check out these other clips from WatchMojo, and be sure to subscribe and ring the bell to be notified about our latest videos.